Hi everyone, I hope you all are good tonight. Tonight's video, I'm going to show you guys how I remove my nail wrap, which I usually do with acrylic and gel. I've already posted a video of how I do that, so you can take a look at that if you wish to, but I just wanted to also show you the removal process that I go through in case you decide to try it. So as you can see, my wraps have been growing out and they also lifted quite a bit. The discoloration you see on them, the little gray areas, that's from nail polish. It's nothing wrong with my nails or anything like that. It's just the nail polish got under there as I was taking them out. So there's two things that I've come across. The very first time I did this wrap, I've used these little soak-in devices here for the soak-off method. And basically what you do is you fill these up till about here and you stick your fingers in there and you wait it out, pulling them out, every 5 minutes and scraping and checking and seeing how much more in the removal process. This worked for me the first time I did it, but I have a problem just sitting there and wasting away time. So I actually tried something new and it worked faster, much better, and I think I'm going to do this one from now on. So I've been looking through YouTube and all of that good stuff, looking at, nice ways to take off your wrap. And I came across someone who had a steam machine. I didn't even look at the price for it or anything like that, but I thought that was a creative idea. So I actually bought this container here on eBay, and it's a soak-off container because these wraps do have to be soak-off since they're gel. So I found this container and it actually has the little compartments in here to stick your fingers in. But the good thing about it is it opens up. So I saw these selling and I thought, hey, maybe I don't need to spend an arm and a leg in a steam container. I'm going to try my own thing. And actually, when I did do it, it worked. I actually did it on these fingers. And as you could see, the wraps came out and they're nice and clean. And I had to do like basically minimal scraping, just a little, only for the top. So anyway, back to this now. I bought this container here and what I did is I'm going to fill the base up with water. Maybe a quarter weight, because when you put this in, it's going to rise. And then we're going to close this down, lock it down, and fill these compartments up here with the nail remover. And for that, you can use either acetone nail polish or you can go ahead and use the soak off. But before you do that, the first thing you need to know is you always have to scuff the top of your nail wraps or your nail shields up. This helps the acetone, or this helps the soak off chemicals to actually penetrate in that hard, thick layer here, and that breaks it down faster. So the tools you're going to need for tonight is your soak off liquid here. You're going to need a little scraping tool. I have my cuticle pusher. If you don't have this, you can also use an orange stick. You're going to need a coarse nail file, and I have this dropper here that you can use to actually put the stuff in the compartment, but you don't necessarily have to do that. You could just go ahead and pour it in. And you're going to need a bunch of cotton, preferably lint free if you have it. If not, see if you can get these square pieces. These are a little bit easier to work with. You're also going to need some hot water, which I have in this cup here, and you're going to need at the end some cuticle oil to hydrate those nails and cuticles. So let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is take my file, and this is a very coarse file, as you could see. And just to show you again, this is the wrap removed, and there's no filing damages done to my nail. This is why I want to show you guys, because you're not supposed to really file the plate off your nail. You're taking away, all the nail by doing that. So I have a big deal with filing down my nail plate and thinning it out. So this is why I really wanted to share this video with you. So this now here, the shine is the actual wrap on here, like I've said on the past video when I've actually done that process for you. So I'm going to take this coarse nail file and just scuff it up, all of it, till it becomes rough. But I'm not going to scrape it to take out too much so I can hit the nail plate. You just want to rough the top up like I'm doing here on all of them until they turn cloudy, not shiny. It's going to start showing that. And you don't want to go too much to the cuticles here. Try not to go too much there, because then you're going to hit the nail there where it's grown out. But basically just go over it and scuff it up real good to open up, to crack that layer so the chemicals could go in to help you soak off. And that's what it's going to look like. So that's what a normal wrap would look like. And when you scuff it up, that's what the scuffed up is going to look like. And that's perfect. It's still thick. It's still hard in there. I have not touched the nail bed. I don't even feel the pressure of the nail bed there being touched. So that's what you want to do. So I'm just going to do that for the rest of these, and then we're going to start. I'll show you what to do for the soak off. Okay, so as you can see, I scuffed the surface up, not touching the actual nails that grow out here because I don't want to damage those nails. They're very healthy nails and I don't want to go scraping them and damaging any nails. The key to having nice long nails is not to damage your natural nails. And that's very important because a lot of places you go to, they take the tool here and they scrape, 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 and they damage your nails. We're going to try and avoid that tonight. That's why I combined these two methods for you, and they work very well for me. Hopefully they'll work for you too. So the first thing we do is I'm going to pop this open. I'm going to put my hot water in here, and this is really hot water, guys, so expect when you put your fingers in the nail polish remover, it is going to get hot. And then I put my little top on, and I bought this little container here on eBay. If you want to see that, I believe I paid somewhere around $4 or $5 for it. And tonight I'm going to use the soak off, but you can use nail polish remover, the acetone, 100% acetone. It works very well. And I'm just going to drop a few to cover the insides here. So like I said, I've seen this machine that steams off jelly nails or gel nails, and it seems like that was a really good idea, but it was super duper costly and I am really not willing to pay that much. So I took that idea and I combined it with my soak off idea, and surprisingly it took me about 10 minutes and I was very surprised by that. So I says, you know what, before I do the left hand, let me share this with you guys, so hopefully you like it too. So there we go. I've just placed a little bit of the soak off in here, and I'm just gonna stick my hands in and wait just a few minutes. And like I say, when you do this, it's going to be warm because of the hot water at the bottom. I'm just gonna twist it a little bit, but it really works. So I'm just gonna sit here for about a minute and see if it starts to break down, and I'll show you how easy it is. So we are going to do a little bit of scraping, but we're not going to scrape the nail plate itself. Your nails are nice and healthy already, and every little scrape and every time you file it, you really damage that surface, and it shouldn't be like that. So you don't want to go damaging that surface by scraping down too hard on it. So just wait in here for about a minute. Alright guys, so a minute has gone by and I'm just going to test it to show you, and let's see what happens. So as you can see, it's already starting to come out, and there we go, it's already peeling out on its own. I'm not even putting any pressure on this. You do not want to scrape your nail bed, like I say, your nail plate. So we try not to put any pressure on doing that. If it doesn't come out by gently scraping it, it needs to go back in the soak off. Do not damage your nails. And this, they're going to harden up really quick because it's out. So the best thing to do is try and do them one at a time if you could. As you could see, these are already hardened up, but it was very soft when I pull it out. So let me push them back in the soak off for a couple seconds. And I think I'm going to do one at a time to show you how well it is, okay? Alright, so we'll take the index finger out, and I just want to show you how well it starts peeling out already. And as you could see, it's already coming out very quickly. And I'm not putting a lot of pressure on it at all because I do not want to destroy my nails under there. And that's the worst thing you could do, is scrape your nails, because that's just damages upon damages you're going to be doing to your nails. So it needs to go back in. I'm not going to force it. I'm just going to stick it back in and move on to the next nail and scrape. And once I start seeing that it's thinning out, I'm just going to move on to removing the rest with cotton. And already this one is like, I don't know if you could see it, but already it's about 50% done. Pull that out so you can see it. So I'm going to put this one back and move on to the other finger and do the same. This one's coming out very easy. And I promise you I'm not putting any pressure on it because I don't want to damage my nails at all. That one was nice and fast. And this one actually has a silk extension on it, so this one's probably gonna come out in a nice big fat chunk. Put that back as well and go to the thumb. Let's check this baby out. This one's actually peeling off a lot towards the cuticle because that had major lift off there. Put that one. Pinky finger actually came all out. There is some on there, but at this point I'm not going to use the cuticle scraper anymore because I don't want to damage that nail. So I'm just going to let that soak again for a little while as I work on the others until we reach that point like the pinky. And then I'll show you how well just dipping the cotton and the liquid will take the rest off, so you don't have to go scraping and really destroying your nail plate and damaging it. This one's going to need a little more work than the others because, like I said, there is a silk material on this that needs to come out. So I'm going to have to soak this one back. I don't know if you could see that silk, but I had to do a silk extension on that one because that one broke. Okay, this one's pretty much done as well. Here's the index finger. And once you start feeling like it's coming down to your natural nail there, stop. Don't scrape anymore. And that's exactly what I'm doing. Believe it or not, we're almost done. Go back to the thumb, and that ring finger is going to be the hardest. And the one thing I like about this experiment that I did and I found out was I didn't have to go and file my nails down with a buffer or anything like that. If you could see on this hand, I don't know if you'd be able to see it, but you can actually see the natural lines of my nails all over, because I really refuse to file my nails down. That really just destroys your nail. And I do have my natural lines running from top to bottom of my nails here. And this is after the removal, and that's what you should have as well, because your nails should not be filed down to the point where they start feeling like when you tap on something that they hurt, they shock you. Or they should not be filed until the point that when new one grows out, you see an indent or a ridge there. That's just damaging your nails. And as you can see, I'm just pushing back the one that needs to be done in the liquid for a little time. And like I said, this is going to be the hardest one because there's a silk wrap on here. And it's starting to come off now. Right there, that's my silk wrap. So, but the wrap has already come off from here to here. This is the silk material. This is the silk extension now that I'm trying to get off. And there we go. That's the wrap coming off. I'm going to push this one back in because it's pulling up my nail here that I don't like seeing that. So I'm just going to stick it in for a couple seconds. Finish up this thumb. There's just a little bit left on the side of my thumb that I need to push out before I go to the cotton, because it's just a little bit thick there. There it is. So the thumb is done. Let's get this ring finger. Let's get the silk wrap off. That's the silk extension that I was talking about. Alright guys, so that's it for the silk off, believe it or not. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take the cotton, dip it in the solution, your nail remover, and wipe. Just go in there and now just press and wipe the rest of the gel and acrylic off. And by doing this and not scraping, you definitely do no damages to your nails. Applying the acetone for a period of time will dry it out a little bit, but at least we're not scraping the nail plate and damaging the nail itself. And of course it depends on how thick your wrap is. It depends on what type of wrap you do. I do mine wraps very thin. Again, if you want to see how I do mine, you can check out the other video that I have. And you could see how thin that I do it. And this is actually the method that I would start doing now, because it's just, you don't have to file your nails down, and it's so quick. Like, I could not believe today when I did my right hand, it took less than 10 minutes. So you just go in there. And after you do your first wipe down, you look at your nails, you see if they have any buildup. Like, again, this one, because this is the one with the wrap, I don't know if you could see it, but that little white mark there, that's a buildup, so I'm going to dip this one back. The others do not have that buildup. That white stuff there is just the acetone, and that's just showing you where my nails have grown out. So let me dip this one back for a quick second, and we'll remove it again with cotton. Not the scraper this time, we're just going to use cotton. I'm also going to go back through the thumb because I do see just a little bit right here. I'm going to soak this back. Actually, I don't even need to soak it. It's coming out with the cotton. And that's the soak off. So what I'm going to do for you is I'm just going to wash my hands and I'll be right back and I'll show you what I do next. Okay, so what I've done is I've washed my hands with soap and then I have already put some lotion on it to get that moisture back in the skin. So the acetone doesn't do any damages to my skin either, so I do recommend that. And the next thing I would do is get my cuticle oil. I always say this, if you don't have cuticle oil, you can use coconut oil, you can use castor oil, you can even use olive oil or almond oil if you have that. So the next thing I'm going to do is take the cuticle oil and apply it generously all over the nails. Let that soak for a couple seconds. Then I'm going to take my little orange stick here and I'm just going to push the cuticles back gently. Clean up the sides where there's buildup. And you can see the buildup coming out here like such. Just wipe it off and gently remove that. Pretty much do a basic manicure. And I do recommend between changing your wraps or your shields, between doing that, always let your nail breathe at least a day or two. I'm not going to apply my shield back until maybe tomorrow night or even the night after because I don't want my nails to break either. I have two little ones and my hands are constantly in water with them, cleaning up and such and such. So I will be applying my wrap either tomorrow night or the night after. So you just want to kind of go in there and take the, usually when your nails start growing, they leave little white marks there. That's what I'm removing. And you don't want to scrape. That's why I choose an orange stick. It's a little bit softer than if you use this. You do not want to scrape your nails up. You do not want to do any damages to them because the damages will lead to brittle nails and unhealthy nails. So the less filing you do, the less pushing and scraping you do, the better for your nails. And that's it. We're just going to wipe it up with a cotton, the excess oils. I'm going to leave my nails without any nail polish or any wraps or shields for a day or two before I go ahead and wrap them over again. So that's how it is to take off the wraps easy with no damages to your nails. I'm going to show you up close. Hopefully you could see it. There are no damages to my nails. You can actually see the lines of your natural nails growing out because I do not file my nails. I do not recommend to file your nails. I do not recommend to scrape your nails, period. It's just going to lead to unhealthy nails. So there you have the quick and easy way to remove these gel wraps. Again, if you have acrylic wraps, you can also try it. I do believe acrylic wraps will probably take a little longer for soaking, but give it a shot. And the container I picked up on eBay, like I said, and it's a pop-out lid. I can't show you right now. I have the liquid in there, but it's a pop-out lid. You put some hot water in there, and you pretty much check your nails every minute to 2 minutes. Scrape off the top layer only, and then you can just wipe it off with acetone. So that's it, guys. That's how I remove my nail shield or my nail wrap. And it's a fast process. It's not very long. The soaking method actually took just a couple minutes, as you could see. So if you have any questions, feel free to write to me. I'll answer them as best as I can. And don't forget to subscribe for my upcoming videos. Have a good night. Bye-bye.